We closed $279,800 in the past 4 weeks. And that was from 2,130 newly created leads in our Go High Level system. And after spending the day reflecting and analyzing, I think I found the top 4 gaps that we have. And this is our plan, or part of the plan, to implement certain things, which we already went through our 6-week plan over the next couple of months to hopefully 3x the revenues from the same number of leads that we're actually getting organically. And this is 2,130 leads completely organically, and I get about a 716,000 average impressions or views on the LinkedIn platform every single 28 days. So I'm just going to walk through all 4 of them. The first one is we didn't follow up leads enough. Leads came in and honestly, we didn't have text messaging implemented. Like, we have a Go High Level system with texting inbuilt with the multiple numbers. And we did some spot testing this week. And on average, after we sent about 10 texts, our reply rate was like 30%. And we also booked 1 meeting from every 10. And that was like manually doing it. And that's because texting is like much more intimate. And a lot of people, they should be capturing mobile phone numbers when they give out lead magnets. And we only recently started doing it with our pages. But now that we have texting, Go High Level has automations, so we can actually implement texting into the system as well. So it can automatically reach out and automatically text, obviously once if they've opted in correctly as well. And so that's kind of the first thing, like how we can re-engage people and also run certain campaigns via text. And I got a good buddy who has a business that does about 12 million a year, and he said he doubled his business after implementing texting. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. The second thing that we missed is we missed the early buyers. Like, we don't really have a way within our systems to surface who the ideal potential clients are. So that, small business owners selling B2B or B2C or high ticket, they're a bit active on LinkedIn. Like, there's certain triggers and stuff. And we don't have a way to open we don't really have a system that's showing how we open emails, clicking on links, downloading lead magnets. Like, we need a way to implement kind of lead scoring, because when someone new discovers you and they enter into your world within the first 14 days, this is like a hot zone to buy. And this is told by me by people who do 20, 30, $40 million a year. They already know this, they've done the data. But usually after that period of time, if they don't fall into that, then they kind of go into that plus 60, 90 day nurture sequence, which we have pretty good, to be honest. Like, our marketing is like ramping up quite good. Emailing like 3 times emails a week are going really, really well. Our offer campaigns are going well, but we could be hitting leads earlier, because when people just like fall into your content, and if it's like perfect for them, they're usually really ready to buy if they're a good ideal client. The fourth one is we didn't reach people when they were active. Like, we need a system that shows like when people are like clicking links inside Go High Level, because if someone is like, it's like on LinkedIn if someone views your profile and then if you immediately reached out to them, it's kind of like serendipity. They're like, oh, wow, this person's reaching out to me. But you can recreate that with Go High Level's system as well. Like, the best time to reach out to someone is when they're thinking about it and looking at it. And we've got some software and stuff on the way that we're building, which is going to be amazing. I can't wait to share with you guys. But like, to create that serendipity moment of like, oh, they were looking. And you can do this with email opens. If they click the link, all that kind of stuff, it can prompt things and prompt reach outs to people to actually help them. And especially if they download a lead magnet that's hyper specific to maybe selling in the DMs or creating lead magnets or creating content. If you then reach out and start talking about content, they're interested at that time, because we've all done the thing where we've downloaded the lead magnet, didn't get sent to our email, and then the next day they gave us a call and you're kind of not interested anymore. So that's one thing we really need to do, because it significantly increased response rates. And if you have a discourse or a conversation with someone, it also accelerates the trust a lot in the actual sales process. The fourth part is, this is a big mistake of mine. We treated leads all the same. If you look at disc profiling, which is personality profiling, there's dominant, I can't remember, never remember what I is. Then you've got conscientiousness, and then you've got steadiness, right? I never remember what I think it's influence. With these different disc profiles, like, I'm a high DI. Someone should sell to me the way I want to buy. But if someone's a high C, then you want to buy something differently. So when I'm a DI, but if someone's a CS, I find it very, very difficult to sell to them. And so there's a tool called Humantic AI, which I've actually met with the CEO, interviewed him on my last podcast, absolutely legend. We should have been implementing. I was using it ages ago, and for some reason we stopped, because when you sell to people the way they like to buy, it's much easier, and you can actually get that, and you can implement it with GPTs. We've got our Sell by Chat book has GPTs, and you could implement the AI personality profiling to actually talk to them the way you want. So overall, we're doing pretty well. We're making about $58 per follower per year, but we can actually really uplift our our systems as well. And like, we're not even running ads now. This is purely organic content and DMs, but like this next 6-week block, we're really dedicating to systems. And I just want to kind of talk about this, build in public, because like everyone looks at like what we're doing and they're like, man, you guys are so amazing, all these things. But in my mind, I'm just like, man, we've got so long. We're like a yuppie. Like a buddy of mine, he just messaged me. He does about 20 million a year in his business. And he's like, man, I like love watching you. I saw your YouTube content. Sick. I love watching young guys crush it. You guys are so early still. But even though, you know, we've only been doing it for 18 months, but it feels like I've been doing it for ages. But he's had his business, I think it's 10 or 15 years, and absolute legend. But, you know, like we were just having that conversation, and it's like, I want to share these lessons and learnings because there's always another step that you have to go. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think I might be missing as well. Like we maybe already covered it. These are not the only 4 mistakes, but thought I'd do this type of video, like kind of a recap video on a Sunday night. Let me know if you like it as well. Peace out, catch ya.